guessing that it's kind of matted and tangled like this where you can't really do anything to it. And so when I was telling you about the ends of it, how these are straight, maybe if you have anything that's straight on the tip where you can start guiding yourself through it. So even if it's but a very small amount that's maybe straight, if you can take your comb, I'm gonna put a little conditioner on this mannequin head. But the main thing is to maybe stay calm, so because I know if the more it probably tangles, the more you get frustrated. So, and I know usually this probably isn't as tangled as your hair might be. Hopefully this will help, but with it being kind of moisturized, take those very ends and just start very gentle on the ends. Wherever it is, you can take a small section. If it pulls apart, you might have to yank it a little bit. It might hurt, but you might have to yank it. And just take those ends, start at the end, and detangle very small sections as much as you can. And as you get one section, one piece detangled, go up a little bit more. And just keep going. And it's going to take a while, but you just make sure each time you get a piece detangled and comb through it, hold the hair and comb it. It might pull, but you probably will lose a little bit, but it will definitely help detangle it. But just continue trying to get the little knots out, because this is matted too. I'm not sure how bad yours is, but definitely just continue to guide yourself through and use those straight ends as your guide. When you get one little piece detangled, try and pull it down so it won't get tangled up with the rest of the other hair. Try and detangle it. Get all the way to the root. It's gonna pull a little bit, but get to that root. Might yank a little bit, but definitely just keep combing. But put that conditioner on there and try to comb through it. And we're gonna do this next section because it's still tangled too. And once again, start at the little tip, whatever tip that you might have, start there. Comb it through as much as you can. Start with that tip, comb up as much as you can until you get some looseness to it, until it gives. You might have to take your comb and pull it a little bit. You might have to pull some, and it might hurt, but pull it to get it detangled. But make sure the hair stays moist. No matter what, keep it moist. Even if you have to use some kind of oil, use as many things that you think you might need, use it. Especially when it comes to some kind of oil. But like this is tangly, take it wherever the straight pieces are and start down at the straight pieces and work your way up. Work your way up. See, this is tangled right at that root. You might just have to pull that apart a little bit. You might have to pull it. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you might have to pull it. That way you can get some kind of guideline of what you're doing or working with and comb through. You're going to get some pulls and some tangles, but you're going to have to just comb that through because, of course, now it's got a little damage to it because it's tangled. So to detangle it, you're going to have to pull some of that hair. You might lose a little bit, but you don't want to have, well, you have to have maybe a haircut. So get as much as you can out. Like that has that knot to it right there. Start with the loose piece and work your way into that tangle. Don't try to start here and pull it because that can make it worse. Don't start at that root. Start at that very tip. Take that tip. If you can get the tip detangled a little bit, even if you find a little piece of free hair, start there. That's going to be your guide. You start there at that tip and comb through. Comb through. And as you see, As you go through, as you get through those tips and start gradually going up, it loosens the hair up. You can pull it, take your hair, if you got a little freeness, pull it to make a section. It might hurt, but pull it because you want to get some kind of relief to know that you're making some progress. And see, that's tangled, so we want to start at the tip of that and work my way back in. Start at the tip of it. Gets a little snag, but work your way in. You see how that's still matted in there? But we're going to work our way where that'll be free. Main thing is to work your way from the tips all the way up. And keep the hair moisturized. You don't want it to get dried out.
I'm done with the floor.
Tips all the way up. And as you can see, you're starting to see the scalp a little bit. So you want to keep on working on that. Like I said, that pull, you might have to do that with some of the pieces because it's gonna be tangled. So you're gonna have to pull it. And as you get closer to getting it detangled, it's gonna get a little easier. See, now we just have that one part, and as you can see, this is definitely matted. So I'm gonna work our way into the next section. This one still is a little tangly, but we got most of the tangle out. And make sure maybe you have like a smaller tooth comb, a small teeth comb. Even if you don't have the rat tail comb, something with smaller teeth to it, that way you can comb those little snags out. And as you can see now, we got that root again. It's kind of smooth. And I'm going to work with this last little tattered spot. Hope you can see that very well. It's kind of matted all up. And we're going to work with that one. Starting at that free tip. These tips right here. Comb that free first. And work your way up that hair shaft. Work your way up. Hold the hair. If you have to hold it where your hair, you're holding the base of your hair. And detangle it. Hold that hair at the root and detangle your way up. It's coming on out. I'm getting up there a little bit. I hope this helps you. I pray that this helps you. See, it's a little manageable where I can at least part that a little bit. Still tangly, but I'm working my way from those tips to the root. Tips to the root. And don't be afraid. You're going to get a lot of probably shedding in your comb. But the main thing is to get the hair tamed and detangled. Because if you don't get that detangled, you will definitely probably have to have a haircut. So the main thing is to get those strands apart. Even if you have to pull some of your hair, you want to get that detangled. And you already have the hair saturated with conditioner, so it's protecting it as well. Got some of it out, and as you can see, as I'm combing, it still got a little snag, but just going through there. Don't be scared to go through. Need that rat tail comb. One last little section. That one's pretty detangled because it's small. Ends all the way up. Okay, and there you go. And there, see the ends are a little choppy looking, but it's detangled now. And that's going to be normal because the hair has went through a little episode. So that's going to be normal, and you can fix that later. But the main thing that it's detangled. Got a little snag. Get back in there and start from the detangle part and work your way up to the tangle. It's very tedious, but you can definitely do it. I hope this helps you.